Last time on The Path of Precision, we walked you through the crucial process of managing the pollination of our corn crop. We explained the basic principles of what we do to control the pollination process and why we do so. This involved an explanation of the three major steps: cutting our female corn, pulling female tassels, and finally, destroying our male rows. These three steps are crucial to the hybridization process of our corn. But now we need to shift focus to a group of passes that are crucial to the growth and protection of our corn crop. Spraying passes. When we go to great lengths to bring our corn crop to fruition through the process of precision planting, monitored hybridization through a meticulous controlled pollination process, and extreme care in the harvesting phase, it is important to take great care of our fields in the intermediate times between these major passes and phases. In order to take the extra caring steps needed, we have implemented 4 major spraying passes. These 4 passes will apply 3 different types of protectants to our fields and our crop. Our first pass in spraying is our pre-emergent. This pass follows our first planting phase, usually the female planting, and is classified as a residual herbicide spray. Now, to break that down, first is the term herbicide. This refers to a chemical that is naturally or synthetically made and is utilized for the purpose of killing other plants. In this case, we utilize herbicides to foster an environment where our corn has little competition for growth space and nutrients. We go to great lengths to optimize our fields for our crops, and utilizing herbicides allows us to further the optimization of their growing space. Now, the second piece of this first spray pass is the term residual. This means that the chemical that is sprayed on our fields is drawn down into the soil through absorption and taken into the unemerged corn plant. This means that the chemical will have a larger window of effectiveness by incorporating the herbicide into the plant. So, we utilize the residual herbicide for our first and second spray passes. As mentioned before, the first pass comes after our first phase of planting and is a pre-emergent application, while the second pass follows our second round of planting and is considered a post-emergent spray. Now, these terms, pre and post-emergent, refer to the 2 sides of a specific milestone in our corn's life. Pre-emergent is the phase of the plant before it has broken through the soil. The other side of this is post-emergent, which refers to the phase of life after the plant has emerged from the soil. From here, we have a period of growth for our corn. This allows our crop to go through its natural maturation and enter its pollination phase. Once our corn reaches the other side of pollination and has begun to develop its kernels, or in our case its seeds, we perform our third and fourth spray passes in a narrow time frame. Our third spray pass is a non-residual insecticide. Now, to break this down, a non-residual spray is one that does not have a long-lasting or residual effect. It is a potent application that has an immediate effect and kills its intended target, and that's it. In this case, it is an insecticide, which specifically targets bugs. Now, when we talk about spraying for insects, we look at specific populations to manage. The main focus in our efforts is the rootworm. This is an insect whose larvae will feed on the roots of our corn plant, and since corn receives its nutrition through its root system, damage to it will cause the plant to die and be fruitless. So, to manage this issue and other insect problems, we utilize insecticides. And lastly, our fourth and final spray pass is a non-residual fungicide. This is a potent spray that attacks fungi. This spray is very important because it offers a number of benefits when it comes to the overall health of our corn. Fungal infections in corn are very serious and can be detrimental to the yield of our fields. So, making sure that our corn crop is protected from fungi is as crucial as each one of these passes. and overall giving our fields the protectants they need is key to seeing our yield optimized at the end of the season. There it is again, optimal. We've mentioned this term in many of its tenses and synonyms, and it has reached into every area we have discussed so far, and quite frankly to great relevance to the topic. But now, I truly believe that we will see its role come to true fruition in our operations as we reach the end of the crop season and move into our next phase. So join us on our next episode as we move in to harvest. The next episode of The Path to Precision will be out Tuesday, September 27th at 9 a.m.